Hi everyone, my name is Cameron. Today we're back on this Walton book review. You need to learn how to adapt. You need to focus on the good, not the bad. Focus on the don't focus on the problem. Focus on the solution. So that's why you need to adapt. And just because you're staying home, it doesn't mean you don't act like you're outside. Because when you're outside, you need to like kind of work harder. You need to dress up, because when you dress up, you actually have confidence. And when you dress up, it could waste time, but it also trains discipline in a way. Saying like, hey, just because I'm home, it doesn't mean I'm going to dress up for nothing. So you could dress up in whatever you want. If you usually wear sunglasses, then wear them. I don't usually wear them. Sometimes I do, but if you just wear whatever, then you just wear it. I don't think I need it because I can't see if I have sunglasses on right here. So there's no need for this. But yeah, right there. So yeah, and hopefully you guys are staying safe out there, and hopefully adapt to what's going on. And for parents, it's a better time to focus on don't focus on the problem. Don't tell yourself that like, hey, life is worse because we can't go outside, so there's bad stuff happening. Focus on the positive and the solution. How can we fix this? Well, how can we work around? How can we adapt to it? So we have to adapt by one, like work at home. Two, the solution, not the problem. That's also two. You have to when you focus on the solution could be like spending more time for family. You have more time. Like you have the gift of time because you don't need to drive. You don't need to do anything that could drain you when you're at home. Yeah, it could make you lazier, but it could also make you more focused. So that's why you have to be more productive with this time. Don't use it for nothing. It's not a break. It's kind of like catch up, so that when you get back up on your feet, you will be able to kind of be ahead of the game. But I mean, a lot of people will be ahead because I'm pretty sure it's not going to be only you that's doing it. There's going to be a ton of people who's also going to be ahead. So you need to study a lot. So, do you want me to hear this? Oh, I thought, yeah. Hello. Alright, so I guess it was too dark. But so yes, get into Sam Walton, and we're also talking about him. That's not that much, but it's kind of about him having to adapt to losing some important things in the Walmart. So hold on, I think where we left off? I left this thing at the wrong place. We left off last time right after the pictures, right? Stick this there. Alright, so last time we were just going over some of the pictures on how pictures of him and his business, his office. Oh yeah, I didn't show his office. But as I mentioned, he said he's very disorganized. It's kind of messy, but not that bad. That's his office. And he says that he doesn't need to organize because it wastes a lot of time. And if you already if you already are super messy, it's going to take forever to clean everything up. So, and now just
You can start little by little, put everything in the box first, and and then slowly go through the box one at a time. Okay.
Oh yeah. So, okay, this is just it's not really about Sam Walton, but it's kind of a picture of him. Well, David Glass, he kind of bet him saying hey, if your company does well for the next year, then you have to wear a hula grass shirt. And he was like, okay, sure. And they did well. And that's a picture of him in the hula shirt. So yeah, so you kind of bet yourself. But yeah, last time we talked about how they had good numbers.
Oh. It's okay. Might eat later.
Okay. So we said that Walmart had good numbers, and he said it's not a question of mismanagement. He said that they're doing good because of good management. And once again, good management is key, because if you don't have bad management, then it will tear your company down. So I heard pounding, or there's just construction next door. But so it says that I remember how last time I mentioned how he swapped CEOs with what's his name? Ron something, but it was Ron. And he said he switched him with ambitious young people with big ideas of their own. And for some reason, I feel like he kind of favors younger people, because all the people who like he mentions, and all the people who like he hires, swap CEOs, put into president slots, are usually younger. He doesn't really hire the seniors. Even, probably because one, they'll probably retire in a few years anyway. So he just hired really young people. Yeah, Ron and the other dude. I'm not sure. I mean, Farrell. Yeah, Farrell. And yeah, he's hired a bunch of young people for some reason. Maybe because they have more energy and they're more ambitious. But all right. So okay, let's get on to this better part. Well, he said that there was one negative part where like it was kind of like they split Walmart in half, like Farrell and Ron, like they lined up behind each other. And okay, there's one very important part right here. So whenever Sam Walton creates a mess, he always takes responsibility for it. Which is very important because you want to hang out with people who like to take responsibility. Because if they don't take responsibility, then that means either one, they're probably gonna snitch on you, or two, okay, if they do well, they're gonna claim it. If they do bad, they're gonna blame it on you. So that's why you don't want to stick to those people. Stick to those people who love to take responsibility. People who are like leaders, so that you two could dominate the world. Just kidding. I mean, maybe if you want, but yeah, you just need to team up some people and find great partners. So you don't want to like get a bad friend who you think you're gonna dominate the world with him, but when you guys get defeated, he's gonna say it was his fault. But if you get a good partner and you guys somehow lose, then at least you guys are gonna both be in it together. So that's just a weird example. So I was thinking about like what's it called, Alexander the Great or something like that. He was like really young. No, it was somebody else. Or was it him? We conquered a lot of the world at like 16. I'm not sure who it was. I forgot. But where is this? Oh yeah. So Ron. Okay, somehow Ron. He said I was ready. Well, Ron, I thought I was ready to step out, but see, I wasn't. I've been so involved in a way that he put under a real handicap. I told him I wanted to come back in as chairperson and CEO and have him assume another job. But it wasn't really agreeable to him. So like he kind of took Ron out of the CEO spot. He said he wanted to take it back. So Ron, he didn't really agree with it. And he said that he says he could understand why. He said that Ron has always wanted to run his own business, and he couldn't. And when he couldn't run Walmart after Sam Walton said, "Hey, I want to give you this," and a few months later, he was like, "Hey, no, I want my spot back." Ron kind of got mad, and he was like, "He decided to leave us," meaning Ron has left. Like one very valuable asset has just left your company, and so this comes to a part to adapt. One very valuable part of our lives, transportation, has now changed. It has left us. Your cars are now outside, and some people are too afraid to even take a step out the door. My mom's too afraid, and we social distance even in cars. So, actually, it's better to be super social distances than too little. Remember, going too much is always better than too little. Would you rather be too far from a person or too close to them? See, you have to be too far. You have to have too much of everything. And I was thinking about like getting a measuring tape and so that when I'm biking, just take it and then point it at people and make sure no one gets near. But we might do that later.
You get the germs from the other end.
Huh?
You might get the virus from the other end.
No, let's do this and make sure you don't touch them. They say okay, stay away, but just stick 6 feet. 6 feet is a lot longer than I thought. It would go from here to all the way over there. So yeah, because no one in our family is actually 6 feet, because 6 feet is tall. And hopefully I'll become higher than that, because 6 feet is kind of average. And I'm hoping to become maybe 6'2". That's already pretty good. But alright. So he said, "Ron, we're going to miss you. We're going to need you. I think we're going to suffer a lot because you're not here." He offered him everything to stay. So "Okay, I'll give you a seat." No, he never said that. But he kind of tried to bribe him. But he said that it was time to go. So that was kind of I'm not sure if Sam Walton liked it or not. I mean, yeah, he loved Ron. He wanted him to stay. But I'm not sure if he'd rather have Ron as CEO or have him leave. So anyway, I'm not sure if he offered CEO the run even right when he said he was going to leave, but yeah, they just lost for dude, and so that's why Walmart he always had to search for loyalty. Ron, I'm not sure if he was loyal. Maybe he was loyal. He just wanted a high position, and if he didn't get it, then you could leave because if it's kind of like security. If you're not secure, then you could leave. But if you are secure, like at a CEO position, I mean the CEO is not really secure, but like if you're at a high position, then you don't want to leave. But if you're at a low position, you kind of do want to leave because you want to be valuable. And when you're not a CEO, you're not as valuable, but you're still valuable because Sam Walton's willing to give you positions. But nothing's really more valuable than the CEO. But you could still lose it. CEO is really risky, but value is kind of what matters. And because I think I already explained enough. And pretty much CEO, you could lose it. CEO, it's I think it's pretty much just less secure, but it's more valuable because you could get kicked out of CEO. I think it's easier to get kicked out of CEO maybe because people can just go against you. It's easy to screw up unless you're actually careful. Easy to mistake, but it's also easy to not really easy to do it correctly, but yeah. Alright, so as disappointed and unhappy as Ron was, he said, Sam, I know you're going to think things are falling apart, and a lot of others are going to think they're falling apart, but you have such a strong field organization here, and such loyalty from the associates, and managers and those sorts out there, and he said that, I think you'll just move right down the road, meaning that you could do well without me. And so, I'm not sure why Ron left. Well, I kind of do know. He just said that he left right after Sam kicked him out as CEO. So, I think he just really wanted the spot so bad. And, so. Alright. That incident became known as the Sunday Night Massacre. Saturday Night Massacre. And I think they called it that because that's when he left. To call it a massacre, that probably means it was probably a really big deal. But this kind of shows that even if something big happens, you could still continue. You could still do well without something. You could live without a leg. I mean, still you could still live just because you had the virus. That's something big, but you could still live. You could still thrive. Not in that way. You pretty much are the same. Mm-hmm. And same thing with Walmart, he had to go without something, and that's why you had to change. You had to adapt to your surroundings, or if you don't want to adapt, then I'm not sure what you're supposed to do, because if you're still going to drive, then just stay safe out there. Be careful. So. Alright, so eventually Wall Street got crazy and the news were everywhere and they started going all over them, and of course the news is kind of just weird today, the news are starting to get weird. They over exaggerate stuff a little too much. They said okay, here's pretty much what happened the way he said it. Oh look, Walmart is falling apart. Ron just left the company and Ron was the only reason why they were so successful. Just after Ron left, the stock market crashed and all this crazy stuff happened. So, what he's saying is that the news just over-exaggerated it a little too much. In the news, they said that the only reason why Walmart was so successful was because Ron was there. But then again, Ron and his handful of all the new guys lined up behind him and left with him. So, they lost a lot of people that day. So, those guys were apparently very loyal to Ron, more than they were to Sam. So when Ron left, they're like, I'm coming with you. And they just walk right behind Ron out the door. So, okay. Alright, and just a bunch of great stuff happened. But, alright, then they had this guy named Jack Shoemaker. Shoe EW shoe, not your feet shoe, but he said that he had really good talents and he made good value and contributions, and he named him as the VP of Operations, Personnel, and Merchandise. And he passed over some people were older, meaning that he usually hired the new people, and he said he passed through like a ton of seniors, and there's only like one young person. He just hired him, so I'm not sure, but I think Sam Walton favors energy, and because like he favors the young people because he thinks they have a lot of energy. And when after the seniors, they were like, "Hey, you're not. Why are you doing this to us?" Because they're kind of getting left out. So a lot of them left after Ron too. So yeah, it was kind of a massacre. But they're still doing fine today. So it's not really. Well, it's bad for them right now, but it got better today. But all right, it says that I'll bet 1/3 of our senior management was gone. So 1/3 of all the senior management was just poof because of Ron, and because he hired some young dude instead of some seniors. So it says that I have to admit I wasn't sure myself that we could just keep on going like before, meaning that it was kind of like a bad period for Walmart. Like a lot of bad stuff were happening, but just because a lot of bad stuff were happening, that doesn't mean you could still get up. And he doesn't know. He got kind of scared because he realized that like a lot of bad stuff was starting to happen. Like one important dude left who used to be the CEO but got kicked out. But then he had these 1/3 of her whole team, a bunch of other young people. You're all over the news for having one important guy leaving. So he wasn't even sure if they could like do well like they've done before. Because before they're doing fine, and then they did super well, and then now this is happening, and then now into the future they're doing. I'm not sure they're doing super well. Yeah, Walmart's huge, but it's not really getting any better. So it's kind of already at its peak. So he said David Glass made them the stronger company almost immediately after Ron has left. He said Ron may have been the architect of our original distribution systems, but David Glass was much better than Ron at distribution and was one of the big areas of expertise. And so he was afraid of losing David, so he tried to treat him better than Ron. So what this kind of means that just if take care of something that's valuable. If something's valuable, it's precious to you. You can't lose it. Like if you have this very useful worker, and you know he's good, and you underpay him, then you pay him a little bit more, and so yeah, just keep what's up to value to you. And alright, so there's this so from one day, I've always found that people who had the qualities that neither Bud nor I had. I mean that he tried to find people who were unique and like had different qualities. That's why he hired the young energetics, and he had them because they were really ambitious. Well, they were kind of similar to Sam because that's pretty much what Sam was when he was younger too. He was energetic, he was ambitious, he was running around, but he was never really willing to work for other people. So that's kind of important. Be your own boss and don't let someone else boss you. Alright, it says that then every so often we need better talents than some kind of board. And that's when David Glass came along and he said that, but there's a time for all these things. He tried for almost 20 years to hire Don Soderquist away from Ben Franklin, meaning that he tried to find the best. He was really picky. Like how I mentioned, he only hired the best managers that they would do this, and only the really good people who are willing to write their goals down every day. Okay, see this? This. Okay, sorry. Okay, that's trying to get a little cold, but oh, my sunglasses. It's down there. All right. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah. So he tried to wait. Okay, he tried to take this Don Soderquist guy away from another company because he was very picky. He only chose the best of the best. And there's nothing wrong with being picky. But right now, I'm not sure if picky's the best thing right now, because if you're picky and you only eat the meat on your plate and not like anything else, like eating a hamburger and you only eat the meat, but you don't even eat the lettuce or anything.
It's okay. Later. Tell them later.
Alright, so Alright. Yeah, just be picky. You don't need to be picky right now because you don't really have time to be picky. And if you can be picky, then go ahead. But right now, it's not really the greatest time because we're kind of scrambling for whatever, and you kind of need whatever you have, and so. But on any other day, like 2 years ago, or like a year ago in 2019, not in December, but in like July or something, then you need to be like picky of who you choose. Like hire the best of the best. Eat from the best foods. Eat like the healthiest you can. Because people don't care, just eat whatever's in their pantry. That's kind of what you need to do now. But earlier, like before this all happened, then you need to be picky. Because whatever sucks you from your energy, don't do it. Yeah, because like I'm pretty sure everything that's left right now is probably the most unhealthy things. Because now you have all these preserved foods that you need to eat, but we haven't dug into them yet. We don't eat them because they taste good. Alright, it's actually interesting in Walton. So, alright. And you try to just get the best people on board. And, I know there's one thing right here. I'm not sure. I probably need to I need more time to, like, scan through it later. I kind of forgot it. But he just said that, like, work together as a team. And, okay, I know, okay, where is it? Oh, it's somewhere in the paragraph, and I just forgot it, but let's actually just get onto the other chapter, and we're going to do like a little more, and then we're going to jump onto the rules from 6 to 10, and then maybe we can end it there. But now I'm going to start off chapter 11. That's called creating a culture, and he just said that pretty much the culture. And if I were to predict before I even read this, then I would say the culture would probably be work together as a team because that was in the last chapter. Or I would maybe predict something like treat your customers well. But okay, oh yeah. I think I remember this. Oh, maybe it's in this chapter, but alright. It says that Sam's establishment of the Walton culture was key to the whole thing, and it's just like the greatest businessman in history. And I kind of agree too, because I feel like Sam Walton is like one of the most famous businessmen out there. Like, who knows who created Target? Who knows who created Kmart? We all know, like, a lot of people know who Sam Walton is because his name is in his brand. But I'm not sure about Kmart, maybe. I'm not sure about that. Nor Target. Maybe this guy's name was Target, but it's actually scared of Sam Walton's time. He said that not many companies gather several hundred of their executives, managers, and associates together every Saturday at 7:30. Yeah, you guys have to wake up early. Fun fact, I just wake up like an hour and a half later than I did yesterday. I kind of felt bad. I woke up earlier than my brother. I was the earliest in my family, but I still felt bad because last time I woke up at 5. This time I woke up at 6:30, which was like a lot worse than like it was last time. But then again, think on the positive side. I was the earliest in my whole family by like 2 hours. But yeah, anyway, it's a race against the sun. And yeah, you should race the sun, and if you wake up earlier, then that's great. But too early is not that good because you still need your 8 hours. Very important. You need to be whatever drains you of your energy. Sleeping gives you energy and allows you to grow. If you wake up at 12 at midnight, I don't consider it in the morning. That's not really early. It's still like the previous day. I'd say you need to wake up at 4. Anything like 2 or 1 is not. It's like pretty much yesterday. It's pretty much just like the other day, not the new day. I say the next day starts at 4 a.m. So just wake up at 4, I guess. Just sleep at 9, and you'll get your 7 hours. But if you're like me and you need your 8 hours, and you need to sleep at 8, which is very highly unlikely. So let's get on to creating a culture. And yeah, when they did that, they did the cheer of the University of Arkansas Razorback cheer. And here's what it sounded like: "Woo, pig suey." And it's exactly what it sounded like. Woo pig, S-O-O-E-Y. Woo pig suey. And they do it to get energy. So if you can, then do your morning scream. I highly suggest it. Okay. Okay, here's exactly what gives you energy. In the middle of the as soon as you wake up, what gives you the most energy? Yelling and screaming gives you the most energy. So Sam Walton, to wake up his associates, he had to do the cheer called "Woo! Pig Suey!" So that just gave me a lot of energy. Who cares what people think of you? There's no need to be. Yeah, you kind of need to be professional, but who cares what people think of you? Let them hate. Let them do whatever they want. Who cares? You could look ugly, whatever you want. You could sound weird, whatever you want. I suggest doing a morning scream. It's exactly what it sounds like. You wake up at like 4 or 5, and you start screaming like, ah! And then you'll get so much energy. Just look at me right now. I'm so energetic. So it'll wake you up, and not only that, you're kind of like a rooster. You'll wake up everyone else in your family. But then again, if you're competing, then you don't need to wake them up. But you could wake them up if you want to be nice. So.
A smile. When you wake up, have a smile. That's good.
Yeah, you wake up. And so, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna scream in the middle of the night and say, "All right, guys, wake up!" And now wake up. Well, that kind of sounds bad because I feel like my mom's gonna get a heart attack. Cause imagine you're sleeping and you hear screaming all of a sudden. But okay, let's just get into here. So yeah, just like be energetic. And they said they woo Pig Suey a third time than Razorbacks. And after this, they say Sam Walton would lead the cheer and say, "Give me a W, give me an A, give me an L, give me a squiggly, give me a T, give me a..." Yeah, Walmart. You spell it out. And yeah, that gives you a lot of energy. It pumps you up. And you get pumped up in really early, then start off a good day, eat a good breakfast. Skipping breakfast, usually people don't have breakfast. Breakfast is the most skipped meal of the day, but it's the most important meal of the day. So I don't know how this makes sense. So breakfast gives you energy, but it drains sometimes. But yeah, you need to eat though. So if you skip it, then have something. If you eat it, then that's great. You have some energy. So. Alright, it says that most companies don't have cheers. That's because Walmart is unique. I bet they do not do this today. They only do it back then. I feel like Walmart was better back then than it is today. Because today, the workers are like, okay. And they're not as happy as they pictured it in the book. They're not really like, give me a W, like today. But, and at the end they say, who's number one? The customer. They'll see all that, so. Alright. And they said that most companies don't do this. And most people would, they said that, most board chair people wouldn't even need them if they did. So, be special. If you wake up in the middle, no, not in the middle of the night, but like wake up early and do whatever gives you energy. Just like pull the sheets off your face, like your bed, pull your sheets off your brother's bed, pull your sheets off your mom's bed. Go like, hey, wake up and turn on the lights. And it actually motivates you to motivate others. Motivating others could give you energy because it makes me feel proud of myself. Because like helping others gives you energy. It makes you feel like you're strong. It makes you feel like others need your help. And so, all right, let's get back here. It says that he says that my feeling is that just because we work so hard, we don't have to go around with long faces all the time. Meaning, the expression like "why is the long face" means that you're kind of sad, you're bored, you're annoyed, or like people are overworked. Their mom are not really overworked, but they're busier than the normal person. So to get them up to be energized, they say like, yeah, I just explained. Like just yell. They just yell. They chant their name. They say who's number one. They say woo Pig Suey. But so yeah, do whatever energizes you. Do whatever gives you energy. Avoid whatever doesn't give you energy because I'm just going to take it out of your own time.
Skip the energy part right now. You talk too much about it. Go to the next one.
Boom. Alright. So, well, that was pretty much his culture. His culture was like energy, and the reason why they did. You need a reason. You don't do it for nothing. But he did the energy because people in his company are usually kind of depressed because they work a lot harder than most other companies. But I'm pretty sure they get paid more, but they just didn't need energy. So, and sometimes they just do something fun that would be like leading a cheer, and sometimes they would do seed spinning contests, where they get a permission and just like take all the seeds and try to spin as much as you can. That sounds kind of disgusting, but it could be fun. I don't know, but alright. It says that Sam. Helen Walton says that Sam took me out to see this tennis ball factory. I'm not sure. It's like really random, but it says that somewhere in Korea, Seoul, but I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And they pretty much sold balls to Walmart, and because you need to know who is getting your money, who has it, and also who are you paying. Because if you're getting money, if you're getting products from this factory or some important place in some place like Seoul, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But whatever it is, like I think it's like Korea's capital or something. Oh no, it was like Japan. I'm getting confused. I don't really know my places. But alright. Hopefully I don't have the virus. But he just visits who's manufacturing the stuff, because they want to see, hey, is the manufacturing cool? Is the manufacturing good? Are we getting the best deal? Because Sam Walton, they usually mark down the prices, make it cheaper, because they get good deals. But alright, now talking about like you need to be kind of committed to the Walmart partnership and its core values. I'm just going to get on to the actual rules this time because I think it's more interesting. It's not much to talk about because they already went through the hard times, but so I'm gonna say the 1 through 6 like really quick. I'm not gonna explain it because we explained it last time, just in case you forgot. Rule number 1 was commit to your business. It's pretty much what it sounds like. Rule number 2, share profits with your associates. Number 3, motivate your partners and just get them hyped up. Rule number 4, communicate and just follow up with your associates. Rule number 5, appreciate your associates. Praise them and just say, hey, you did a good job. Rule number 6, celebrate your success. Don't have a long face and just like happy. Now let's go on to some new ones. We're going to finish it up to 10. So rule number 7, it says, listen to everyone in your company. When someone leaves a bad review on your company, if someone leaves a bad review on your app or your movie or whatever it is, you need to follow up with them. Why? There's no why. Like, you need to answer your associates' questions. And you need to like listen to whatever listen to whatever they say. Listen to the improvements. Someone has an idea to improve, listen to it. At least consider it. At least like think about it. Not just say, hey, no, never mind. No, he's too low. We're not doing this. But let's go on to number 8. Exceed. It says exceed your customers' expectations. Go up above and beyond. You want to be special, because if you do more than what is expected of you, then it gains value. Same thing with working overtime. If you work overtime, you gain value. You do more than you're expected. You exceed the limits. I mean, there's no such thing as limits, but you exceed what you're expected to do. Yeah, you just don't get distracted. I usually get distracted so easily. But wait. Alright, so yeah, just listen and exceed so that they'll come back. But number 9, control your expenses better than your competition. Look at your competition. It's like, hey, I want to copy these people. If not, make it better. Like pretty much just go after them. And so yeah, you just control. You want to have the power. You want to be like strong. It says that number 10 says swim upstream and go the other way, meaning that if everybody's doing one thing, you don't need to go. Let's say you're swimming on a waterfall. Let's say the waterfall is here. They think the people think that it's there. They think it's safe there, but in the end they could fall off. You're going the opposite direction because you could be different. Being unique is okay. Be unique for your actions. Be unique for a good reason. Be unique to make you different, because people buy what's unique, not what's normal. You don't go to like a place in Japan just for the just because they do something. They go there because they're unique. They go to Japan because they're unique for their tasty sushi and stuff. So yeah, just swim upstream, and you don't need to follow the crowd because they could be wrong, and you could be right. And you don't need to fit in. Who cares about fitting in? It wastes your time. You don't need to care about the trends, but you can. You could sell the trend. Okay, either you play the trend, you buy, or you sell and get more money. You either like pay like $10 for a fidget spinner, or you make like $1 million off of them. By the way, the owner or like the founder of the fidget spinner, she got no money because she didn't patent her invention. She took forever on trying to make those things, and now people she didn't patent it because one, she didn't have enough money, and two, she didn't think it'd be a good investment, so she didn't do it. But now it's a huge hit. But yeah, it kind of died. But they made at least a few billion off it, probably, because like probably everyone has it, but now probably already threw it away. But yeah, and it says that those are some pretty ordinary rules, and some are pretty simple. And alright, it says the hard part, the real challenge, is to constantly figure out ways how to execute them. You know this stuff, but you don't know how to use it. Like, it's pretty much like this. I'm not sure if I told you this. I think I have, but I just want to repeat it because it's a really good story. Once there was this experienced lumberjack, and he walked across this newer lumberjack, right? And what was that about again? Okay, I need a better memory. It was, oh yeah, executing it. Okay, so there was this new lumberjack. He had this dual axe, and meaning that like, you need to sharpen yourself sometimes. You need to get sharp. You need to learn. First, you need to learn. And he said like, hey, why don't you sharpen your axe? He said, hey, I have to focus on this. And so we started working harder, not smarter. That's one. There's like multiple lessons to this. Work smarter, not harder, because the smart one is faster, and you probably never get it down. And he said like, then he went to the shop one day, and he got a chainsaw. But he learned a new skill, a very powerful skill. Sam Walton has some very powerful skills to share with you. But if you don't know how to use it, then it's useless. He used the chainsaw like this. He used it like you would use an axe. He doesn't know how to turn it on. He said, hey, it's broken, I want a refund. One, he probably broke the chainsaw when he was slamming it against the tree. But two, he doesn't know how to use the skill. Make sure that after you have a skill, you actually use it. Sharpen your axe. Use a chainsaw. It's not cheating. Using a chainsaw in a lumberjacking contest is not cheating. People may be using their axes. Yeah, because axes might look better. But if you're different, then you can use a chainsaw. Work smarter, not harder. Okay? And so just chainsaw what's faster. And axes waste a lot of time. So, oh yeah. And so just time is more valuable than money. So would you rather cut down a tree with an axe or a chainsaw? Chainsaw, it saves you time. Because it may cost you money, but at least it doesn't cost you time, because time is more valuable than money. You can't necessarily buy time, but you can use time to get money. You can use it to work, but you can't use money to work for time. So, like right after the rules part, there was this wanting to leave a legacy for your children. And I also say the quote, and wait, what's the timer?
Not time yet. It was one. Mm-hmm.
You're not timing?
I am timing, but
okay.
It was time you can hear it already.
Alright, so chapter 18, I'm gonna skip up here. It says wanting to leave a legacy. And it was this quote by I thought it was by Henry Ford, but it was Tom Peters. It said, with the possible exception of Henry Ford, Sam is an entrepreneur of the century, meaning that like Sam is like really unique. But they said that Henry Ford might be better because Henry Ford, it was huge. Ford is huge, but I feel like a Walmart, they're kind of equal. Who do you think is better, Henry Ford or Sam Walton?
Different. You can compare. It's like
comparing. But they're both salespeople. He sells cars. He sells groceries.
But all you know is you need to sell good.
Yeah, you need good sales skills. And
they'll have good skills.
Selling is not against morals too. Selling builds the economy. If there were no salespeople on Earth, then our economy wouldn't function. How would we get our stuff? How would we get this chase or whatever it is, or like a couch? How can we do that? It wastes a lot of time to go create this on your own, like DIY. And like DIY crafting a couch takes a lot longer than you think. You might as well just buy one. So, Alright, let's just get back to our actual part. I'll just do another part here. I have like 3 bookmarks, and because I don't know why. So I thought I heard something, but alright. It says that back in 1984, people outside the company began to realize just how different the people at Walmart were, because Walmart's different. Walmart's special. Walmart is good, and it's just unique. Alright, that was what I was looking for. So, this part, is like pretty much the rest of the chapter is talking about like 8%. No. That's fine. Okay, I was thinking about something else. Is that, what's it called again? Being unique is okay. But, alright, now I actually listed 8%. But, now, there was one part I want to tell you that it says that they couldn't do, a profit of 8%, but they tried. So, right, let's get on to, some better stuff. So, it says that, this guy named Charlie Self, after he lost a Saturday morning meeting bet that December sales wouldn't top 1.3 million, and now it's just like pretty much like morals, like not like shouldn't gamble, like you can't, like stock market. It's a different type of gambling. It's gambling with higher odds. Slot machines in Las Vegas, and the odds are like 0.1%. It's pretty much equal to your interest rate. Okay, what's interest rate again? Like 0.4? 0.00?
0.001.
0.001. That's pretty much your odds of winning the jackpot. And so, even if you do win the jackpot, they're gonna say it's a machine malfunction, and they do that a lot. And no one's ever won a jackpot in Las Vegas. I don't think so, because whenever you do win the jackpot, they'll say, hey, the machine made a mistake. You don't get your money. It's so rigged. Just don't play the slot machines. It's just rigged. So, alright. And now I'm just gonna wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to compete with like a ton of companies, and like competition, it's okay to compete. Like competing is great. It tests your skills, but I'd rather beat the game. Would you rather make the game once again, or rather play the game? Yes, playing the game you learn, but you have to pay money. But who gets the real money? The sales guy, the guy who sold the game of life, the guy who sold Monopoly, the guy who sold Cash Flow. We're probably gonna play it later tonight too, but.
The guy that put together the chess tournament, right?
Oh yeah, would you have to play chess or be the guy who created the chess tournament? So, just wrap it up. I'm going to summarize what we talked about so far. So you finish rule 1 to 10. One more time because it's really important. I'm just going to restate them. Commit to your business, share your profits, motivate your partners, communicate and follow up, appreciate your associates, celebrate your success, listen to everyone in your company, exceed your customers' expectations, control your expenses, swim upstream and be different, and it's pretty much for the 10 word. And what we talked about were just some part of the pictures. It's okay to be unique, you have to be energetic, enthusiastic, create a culture, and create a chance, wake up early, enthusiastic, you could be different, it's okay to be different. Check out who has your money and who you're paying so that you know what you're doing. Like visit your businesses and stuff, and learn how to adapt to what's going on. And hopefully you guys can adapt to this crisis. So if you guys enjoyed this video, you got kind of 30, right? Alright, we're gonna do this video. See you next time or tomorrow. Bye for now.